don't have time to sit here. Hold on. I'm right here.
You were ordered to be here at the courthouse. Where are you right now, Miss Reese?
Here at this house?
1:30 today, and you must be present at the Butler County Courthouse.
I have a job interview at 1:30 today.
And I have a job at 1:30 today, and you better be here.
I'll admit I gave this Karen a 10% chance of making it to her 1:30 court date, but she made it. The in-person appearance immediately follows this Zoom call. Wouldn't you know it, Karen loses most of her attitude when there's a man with a badge and handcuffs sitting next to her, but not all of it. Watch for her ex-husband part of the way through this first hearing. He's going to try to hijack Judge Webster's court. Also watch for just how broken Judge Webster's court really is. Either the clerk screwed up, Webster screwed up, or somebody's dog ate the Zoom permission slip because the bondsman confirmed it on the record. Let's roll, nerds.
All right. Are you on a telephone, Miss Reese? Or a computer? Well, she's shut off her video. Well, my guess would be that you didn't start your video when you logged on.
I did, and I stopped it.
Okay, well, call me back. You'll need to have both your audio and your video started.
Please don't, because I don't have time to sit here. Hold on. I have to get ready for work and stuff.
Well, I have, 60-some people on here, or 36 or something.
Well, how do I do that?
So I need to keep moving because...
Right, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Here I am. I'm right here.
There you are. Okay, there you are. Okay, so we are on the record in 2022 TR 3803, State of Kansas versus Heather Jean Reese, Jared Regier for the state, Heather Jean Reese in person and pro se. Miss Reese, your case was filed 2022. That would be 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And you were appointed Darren Patterson as your attorney. Did you ever contact your attorney, Mr. Patterson?
I did.
When?
The last court date. Since the last court date, I haven't been in correspondence with him. But prior to that, yes, I had email correspondence and everything with him. I did.
All right. Well, your last court date that you appeared in was, looks like June 4th of 20. No, you failed to appear then too. You failed to appear in September of 24. Oh my, we've had a lot of hearings that you didn't appear for.
Your Honor, if I may.
Well, just a moment, please. You failed to appear March 23. Then you called and got the Zoom links and appeared March 20th, 24, at which time Darren Patterson was appointed. And we set this over at your request to May 20th of 2024. So are you saying that March 20th of 24 was the last time you talked to your attorney, or when did you talk to him?
It was, I guess, March. Yeah. Okay, I did miss court in May because I had some things going on in personal life, and that is my fault that I missed court. But I did bond out twice.
Well, you did. You bonded out with the condition on your bond that you reappeared July 5th of 24, and you failed to appear. Then you were apparently arrested and bonded again to appear July 22nd, and you failed to appear. So,
no, I never got the July 22nd notification, so that is why I failed to appear on that one.
You have failed to appear September 23rd of 24. You failed to appear June 4th of 2025.
Would you? Okay. So
now this is what the record reflects. You failed to appear. Subsequently, you failed to appear August 11th of 2025. And let's see. And now here you are, and your attorney didn't know you were coming because we weren't going to keep making him come. He was here, but as he said, he hadn't had any contact with you in so long. He's going to have to see if you qualify for attorney. Are you still wanting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, please.
All right. Since it's been so many years, you're going to have to reapply for court-appointed. Now, tell me, Ms. Reese, where you work at this time.
I am unemployed.
You have been unemployed since at least 2022?
No, ma'am. I have had a couple different jobs, but at this moment, I am unemployed. I went through a rough patch in my life. I got addicted to drugs. I got myself sober. I had to, my friend died in front of me that I resuscitated. That's why I missed my last court date in June. So that's why that I've been missing.
When did your friend die? What's the date?
In May. In May. On my birthday, May 12th.
Well, let me
Right
see.
in front of me.
Well,
That's my fault. I did miss court.
I don't, stop, please. I don't see that you missed court on a May 12th.
In June.
Well, June of this year, 25 or 24?
This year.
And when's your birthday? When's your
May
birthday?
12th. May 12th.
So the person didn't die on your birthday, and you didn't resuscitate or attempt to resuscitate on your birthday.
No, he did.
Well, Mr. Regier, I don't show that she had a May 12th court date.
No, I had a court date after that, and that's why that I missed, because I was going through that.
All right, stop. What are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that you couldn't be in court because you were busy resuscitating a friend who passed away?
No, that's not what I'm. No. I'm explaining to you why I've missed these court dates, because my life got hectic and I wasn't working and I got addicted to drugs, but now I am clean and sober and I'm getting my life back. Now I'm here in front of you trying to do right.
I got it. I got what you're saying now. You're just saying it upsets you so bad that your friend died that you turned to drugs and just blew off your court dates.
Yeah, right? I went off the wall and screwed everything up in my life. But here I am.
All right.
Trying to get it straightened out. Trying to do the right thing here.
Mr. Regier, what was it you wanted to say a while ago?
Your Honor, I was merely seeking to advise the court that the state's information is that this is a defendant who has failed to appear on 4 consecutive occasions beginning in September of 2024. State's information is that the defendant appeared with court-appointed counsel back in July of 2024, so it has been over a year. It would also appear that the court did enter specific orders that the defendant must appear at the courthouse at that time based off the state's information.
I'm not. Why aren't you at the courthouse, ma'am?
Because I was called the courthouse as well as my bond lady, and I got the permission to be over Zoom.
Who gave
I've been to jail on this several times. I've given you guys thousands of dollars to bond out. I'm trying to do right, and I can't get my life back in order if you're going to throw me in jail.
Who gave you permission to not follow the court order?
The court clerk.
The court clerk told you that she was overriding my order that you didn't have to be here in person.
That's right, and told my bonds lady.
Who's your bonds lady?
Kayla. Her name is Kayla.
Well, frankly, there's something not adding up in what you're telling me, because I know our clerk does not override my orders. Now, she may have asked me to change it, and I may have. I don't know, but it's been a year ago, and there's no. Let me look at the notes. And if you had that conversation, our clerk would have noted it because they're very diligent. Let's see.
Just recently, because I just bonded out in Douglas County, and my bonds lady, Kayla, is the one that bonded me out. She came from Topeka, Kansas to bond me out of Douglas County, which is Lawrence, Kansas. I got the paperwork, which they messed the paperwork up and put Bourbon County. So then I got another warrant issued by you, which I got taken care of because Douglas County messed up the paperwork. So that warrant got dropped because of their issue, and I called the court clerk as well as my bonds lady Kayla to confirm that I could be on Zoom in front of you.
I show March 19th, 24, the defendant called and said she needed the Zoom link for March 20.
And they read. You don't show that I just got arrested in Douglas County for this on a warrant and bonded out.
Ma'am, wait a minute. Okay. So Clerk Jennifer says you called March 19th, 2024. Apparently what you told her is you needed the Zoom link for court on 2024, and she provided the email address and had you read it back to her and send it to the Zoom link. But the email was returned as undeliverable, and so then that court date, the next day, March 20th. Let's see. State by Regier, defendant present via Zoom, Patterson appointed. Okay, that was by Zoom. May 20th, you were here by Zoom. Darren Patterson was present.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was set over to July 22nd.
The last court date that I had with you.
Would you please be patient and let me take care of the court? Okay, so July 5th of this year, you called asking for continuance on your case. The clerk told you that could not be done as that date was set in court with the judge and your attorney. She said you could speak with your attorney and see if he could file a motion on her behalf, which is exactly what I would have expected the clerk to do and would have asked the clerk to do. So you were supposed to call your attorney on July 5th of 2024 and apparently did not do that, did you? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I don't remember.
All right. Well, apparently you didn't. Then July 22nd of 2024, we're still over a year ago, your attorney was present. You were present at separate locations. You said you could not hear anything. So I set the matter over to September 23rd, 24. And as Mr. Regier keeps saying, I ordered that you must appear in person at the Judicial Center as a condition of your bond. So as you sit here on this camera in Zoom, you are in violation of your bond because you were ordered to be here at the courthouse because you couldn't make your device work. You couldn't get your volume. So you're in violation of your bond. Mr. Regier, your recommendations at this time?
She's not in violation of her bond because her bond told her Zoom today.
No,
They're going to take this up over and over again like there's multiple charges and there's not.
I'm going to go to jail over this, and I'm trying to do right, and this is not
Miss
okay.
Reese, stop. Miss Reese, is that your attorney? I don't think that's Mr. Patterson.
No, that's not my attorney.
Who is that?
That is my.
And then if you guys have canceled her attorney,
Sir, are you illegally licensed? Camera. Sir, step in front of the camera if you're going to appear. Get in front of the camera.
Guys, she is here doing the best that she can, and I'm hearing everything that you say, and you keep repeating the same stuff. Like if it's multiple stuff, it's the same thing. You keep going over and over about. Her bondsman bonded her out, dude.
Are you the judge here, sir?
Hey, dude, if she's on.
All right, unless you identify yourself, you're off this call. What is your name?
Look it. My name is Jerry Banks, okay?
Jerry,
Yeah.
Jerry, Banks, Banks.
Well, congratulations, you're correct.
All right, do you know what contempt of court is, sir? Have you ever heard of that? You're practicing law without a license.
I understand they are. I understand. I get that.
How are you related to her?
This is my kids' father. He is the one that has got me out of the streets and is doing better.
Are you a judge? Sir, are you a judge? Are you trying to take over my job?
But he is my helper.
The bonds lady that approved this and through your court system, you have to understand that. You guys have stuff you have to follow too.
In contempt of court and going to fine you and have you both thrown in jail if you don't stop acting the way you are right now. We're going to try to do this orderly, and I am the judge. I don't want to make a big deal about that, other than you have to understand that in a judicial process, the judge is in charge. Do you understand that, Heather Reese?
Yes, I do. But you're not listening to me.
Now, this is totally out of hand, and we're going to do this orderly, and you're going to listen to me and respond accordingly. All right, Jerry Reese is, unless he's your licensed attorney and he hasn't entered his appearance on this case, he is not allowed to represent you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, he needs to keep himself quiet and quit interfering in this hearing, or he will be found in contempt, and I will order him to pay the consequences of that. Where are you right now, Miss Reese?
Here at this house.
Whose house is that?
No, I'm not. It's not my house.
Is it Jerry Reese's house?
Yeah, it's Jerry Reese's. No, it's my son's house.
All right. What's your son's name?
It doesn't matter.
No, that's irrelevant.
That's irrelevant. That is irrelevant.
It doesn't matter.
That does not. I'll tell you what.
My son's name is Aaron, and that's all you're going to get. My son has nothing to do with this case.
All right. This is why I don't like Zoom hearings, is because I can't just have the officer put you in cuffs and take you to jail when you're defiant like that and disrespectful, and you refuse to follow the dignity of the courtroom.
I'm trying, ma'am, but you're not. My son's name is Aaron.
You're making rulings with what's relevant and what's not relevant. And I don't have time for all of this today because I have 30-some people on here that also deserve a fair day in court and a timely day. They've got lives to live too.
And I understand.
I am finding you in contempt right now for being defiant and wasting the time that the others need to be in court. If Jerry Reese interjects anymore, he's going to be found in contempt. Does your bondsman know where you are, Miss Reese?
Nope.
All right, I'm ending this hearing. You're not allowed to order the court around.
I'm talking to you. I'm trying to get other people to be quiet so I can talk to you one-on-one and hear you. I'm sorry.
All right,
I am trying, ma'am.
Miss Reese, if you do not want me to order that you be taken into custody right now on a contempt citation, you better settle down and listen to me. I am not going to put up with this anymore today. This indignity in court. We are going to continue this case at your request to 9 a.m. No, I'm going to continue that to 1:30 today. 1:30 today, and you must be present at the Butler County Courthouse. If you're not,
I don't have a way. I don't have a car. I don't have a license. I have a job interview at 1:30 today. Please.
You just happen to have a job interview today at 1:30.
No, yes, ma'am, I do. I swear to God, I do.
All right.
I promise I do.
Who will corroborate that? Who will confirm that?
I can send you the message on my phone.
No.
Marco's Pizza?
Marco's
Pizza.
Marko?
Yes, Marco Pizza. Yes, they can confirm that, ma'am.
Margo or Marca? Marco.
Marco.
What town is Marco's Pizza in?
Cedric.
You're in Cedric. Is that where you are, in Cedric County?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You better call your bondsman and tell your bondsman. What agency is that bondsman again?
Oh man. I think it's AAA. I can't remember. I know that her name is Kayla. I've been in contact with her since I bonded out.
Will you call her and tell her you're ordered to be here at 1:30, and if you're not, I'm going to revoke your bond.
Ma'am, I can't make it there.
Let me see.
Please, I am trying to do right. I'm trying to get my life. That's why I'm here in front of you. I know I've missed
your actions keep getting you in trouble. The way you've acted in this court, we should have been done 5 minutes or 10 minutes ago. Easy bail bonds. I do not know that company, but you call them and tell them you have a hearing at 1:30. They better have you here. You've already cost second chance bail bonding $1,000. And now you're going to cost e-bail bond $6,000. So you call them. Mr. Regier, I'm going to recall this. We have a 1:30 docket today. I'm going to order that she be here at 1:30 today. But we try this again. Call your attorney, Miss Reese.
I don't have an...
Yes, you do. You have Darren Patterson. Darren Patterson was appointed. You've been told to call him several different times now. You call your attorney today. We'll see if he can be here at 1:30. If he can, great. If he can't, I understand. But if you want a court-appointed attorney, you will call Mr. Patterson this morning.
I will call him. I will.
Now, Miss Reese, you better be here because if he shows up, takes time off his schedule, his busy schedule, and you don't, if your bondsman doesn't drive you over here, the bondsman's going to lose $6,000. You're going to share that loss, and another warrant's going to be issued. You've already had plenty of warrants. You know how that works.
Ma'am, I have a job interview at 1:30 today.
And I have a job at 1:30 today, and you better be here. Now, you keep making the rules as you go in life, and that's not the way it works. If everybody did that, we would have a disastrous lifestyle for all of us. So
I understand I messed up in the past, but please understand that I'm on the right track and I am trying.
you're not on the right track. And I can't believe you're trying, because you've done nothing but argue with me. This hearing should have been done and over with in no time at all, but you've sat here and you have argued and defied and told me how it is, and you've made rulings of what's relevant and not, and you brought in someone who's not an attorney who's been practicing, trying to take over not only your representation but my role. So this has got to stop right now. Your bond will be continued. The $6,000 cash or surety bond is continued with the added condition that you reappear here at the Butler County Courthouse in person, as you were told to do this morning. And if you're not, if you have other things that are more important, I'll just issue a bench warrant and the sheriff can pick you up when he finds you. And I don't want that Mr. Reese coming with you and trying to represent you, or he'll be prosecuted for practicing law without a license.
Ma'am, I wasn't trying to be defiant. I was just explaining to you.
All right, I've spent enough time on your hearing. I have spent enough time on your hearing. Do you understand me now? Nobody but me can tell you that you can appear by Zoom, because I have ordered that you appear in person.
I understand.
All right, then we'll be in recess.
Me too. I don't understand.
We'll be in
The court
recess.
set the Zoom up, and now I'm in trouble for it.
There is not one thing in my notes that say that what you're telling me is true. In fact, it's to the contrary.
I can
All right,
prove it.
you bring your proof this afternoon. All right, go now, or I'm going to find you in contempt for taking up more time interfering with all these other people's hearings. You're excused at this time on the condition that you reappear 1:30 p.m. today before me on Zoom, and it'll be in person, not Zoom, in person.
Your Honor, Miss Reese is here.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, I've never spoken with Miss Reese. I would need a breakout room with her if the court wanted me to participate today in some way.
All right.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
if the court could go on record very briefly, this may be somewhat of a formality, but the state would be seeking a ruling as to whether or not counsel for the defense has in fact been reappointed to this matter. The state understands as that was somewhat inconclusive at the previous hearing.
And I'd like to know that too, Judge.
All right. We are back on the record in BU 2022 TR 3803, State of Kansas versus Heather Jean Reese. Jared Regier appearing for the state. Darren Patterson now appearing for the defendant, who also appears in person at the Butler County Judicial Center, as she was ordered to appear this morning but did not. Mr. Patterson, I don't recall if we actually got into her financial status. Did you fill out the application like I told you to, Miss Reese?
No, Your Honor. I'm confused on this case, and I don't know what you want me to do.
And Judge,
I did call him. I did call his office, ma'am, right after I got off the phone with you.
Okay, and I told you they may not be available just instantaneously for you. And I wasn't going to hold that against you, Mr. Patterson, if you weren't.
And if I may, Judge.
Yes.
Judge, I just wanted to tell the court she did call. I was not available to talk to her at that time, so I had not. But I did, based on that, went back and reviewed the hearing from this morning. And at the beginning of the hearing, the court was starting the process of asking her currently what her income was. The court stopped, ordered that she fill out a form for court-appointed counsel. Had never made that order, but then I see where her confusion is. Several minutes later, about 15 minutes later, the court then ordered she appear here with her attorney. And I don't know that the court actually appointed an attorney yet. So I think that's where her confusion is at this point.
Correct.
And you reached that conclusion without talking to her. I'm impressed. Okay. All right. Where do you work?
I am unemployed, ma'am. I had a job interview today at 1:30 that I missed out on to be here.
All right. I see the attitude hasn't changed any. You're unemployed, and I think you couldn't give me some answers. That's why I wanted you to come in and fill out an application. I don't want to waste all day sitting here asking you questions that you don't know the answer to. Deputy, give her the application. All right. You're unemployed since how long?
A little over a year.
And why have you been unemployed for over a year?
Because I've been working on getting my life back together, and I got myself sober, ma'am.
That's right. You couldn't resuscitate someone. They passed away and you turned to drugs and let your life go to pieces. I think that's paraphrasing what you told me today, isn't it?
That's not exactly correct, but yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to reappoint Mr. Patterson to represent you. So, Mr. Patterson, how do you want to go from here? Do you want a breakout room with her?
Judge, if I give a breakout room, I looked the case over. Maybe we can finish it this morning and be done with it.
This afternoon, that'd be fine. All right.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Deputy?
Your Honor, her bondsman is here as well. That she had to contact, come bring her.
She's asking to approach.
If I could approach, Your Honor, I would appreciate it.
I don't think, is there a motion? There is a motion for judgment on bond that was mailed. Is the state still seeking motion, that judgment on bond, Mr. Regier?
Jared, you're muted.
Your Honor, the state's information is that an order withdrawing motion for judgment on bond was previously filed with the court approximately 10 days prior.
All right, so bondsman, come on out here and tell me what you want to say. I've got a full docket, but okay, tell us your name.
I'll be quick. Good afternoon, Your Honor. When I'm fairly new to bonding, and whenever I bonded her out in August, I'm sorry, my legs are shaky. I have Huntington's disease. The jail, Douglas County Jail. I have the original criminal appearance bond here.
What's your name, please?
Kayla Flory. I'm with Easy Bail Bonds.
Okay, now there isn't a motion to revoke bond at this point.
Correct. I would just like to, the bond was originally written by the jail for Bourbon County, and not Butler. And so on the bond and everything, it's written for Bourbon. So poor Heather, she's been confused the whole time. She's communicated with me for bond conditions. Every Friday we talk. She's told me when she's moved. She's told me when her phone number has changed. And I've agreed to give her rides because that was part of her issues as to why she failed to appear. But she's doing incredible. She's doing everything I've asked of and that our company has asked of. And I would just, any sort of continuance or a public defender she could have would be incredible.
Well, she was given a public defender. When was that? Let's see. At least August 11th of 2025. So whether she's been...
So I bonded her. I'm sorry. I bonded her out on August 28th, and she was told that she didn't have a public defender until this morning. She needed to apply for one.
Now, who told her that? Who told you that?
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. That was one we discussed early this morning. When I noted that there were some people on there that I hadn't seen for about a year because they'd failed to appear. Generally, in those cases, they needed to reapply to see if they still qualify or not, and the court agreed at that time.
Well, I understand this is a 2022 case, but my docket notes show as recently as August 11th of 2025, the defendant failed to appear. You, Mr. Patterson, were here on her behalf. And then let's see, if I go backwards to when you were actually appointed. June 4th of 2025, she failed to appear. Again, at some point you were appointed. You were here September 23rd to 24th for her. Okay, I see what you're saying. That is a year ago. You were here for her, Mr. Patterson, May 20th of 2024. Here we go. March 20th of 2024, Miss Bondsman. Darren Patterson was appointed via Zoom. And the matter was set for May 20th of 2024. And then, as I said, he kept appearing for her and she didn't show up. So I don't know where she got the idea she didn't have an attorney when he kept coming to court and she didn't.
I just meant for this specific, for this court, or for this hearing. She was unaware if she had an attorney.
Well,
I don't want to argue with you, ma'am. I appreciate you and your everything. I just wanted to say she is really doing really good. I can take her across the street to Mr. Patterson immediately. I'm keeping an eye on her, and she really is. She's got her stuff turned around, and she's trying to get this taken care of.
Well, I have no way of knowing what she's doing if she doesn't come to court. And then when she does come, she has quite the attitude. If you want to go back and look at the video to see the attitude today.
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. Well, she's your problem. If you want to take responsibility for her, and it is your money, your agency's money on the line when she doesn't come to court.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
So, Mr. Regier, well, how do you want to proceed today?
And I apologize for interrupting again, Judge. I'm doing a lot today. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay.
I wanted to see if we could finish it today, if I could just have a chance to talk with her. And if the security doesn't have a breakout room available, they could walk across the street. I will talk with her here and she can come back then to the court security for court.
All right. Do we have a room for her deputies to talk with her attorney?
I do not have an extra room this afternoon for this. Like Mr. Patterson said, she can walk across the street and talk to him.
Absolutely.
And she would come back.
The bondsman would walk her across the street to Mr. Patterson's office, and maybe Mr. Patterson can direct us all from there after he's had a chance to talk to her. Okay. We'll be in recess. And I'm sorry, what was the bondsman name again?
Kayla Flory with Easy Bail Bonds.
Okay, Miss Flory, if you'd walk her across the street.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. We are on the record in BU 2022 TR 3803, State of Kansas versus Heather Jean Reese. Please announce appearances.
Jerry Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Heather Reese. Ms. Reese does appear from Courthouse Security 3. Judge, I would announce at this time, pursuant to negotiations, Ms. Reese is going to enter plea of guilty to count 1, driving while suspended, Class B non-person misdemeanor. State has agreed to dismiss count 2.
That's your plea agreement, Mr. Regier?
That is the state's understanding, Your Honor.
And is there any agreement about sentencing recommendations?
Your Honor, the state understands that was not specifically discussed during plea negotiations. However, at the time of sentencing, subject to a guilty plea being successfully entered during today's setting, the state is prepared to recommend a $100 fine, that the court impose appropriate court costs and determine attorney fees. The state would further be recommending, at the time of sentencing, a 120-day suspended jail sentence subject to 6 months non-reporting probation. Beyond the issue of sentencing, but also relevant from the state's perspective, it does appear that a pro se motion had been previously filed in this matter, specifically a motion for removal of reduction of traffic fines, fees, and reinstatement fees. I'm not sure if counsel for the defense takes a position on that or not at this juncture.
But Judge, I would tell the court I was not aware of that motion, but it's pursuant to statute, I think it's prematurely filed because there's no court costs, fines, or fees yet. So I think that's something that she would have to consider later. So at this point, I don't think it's ripe for the court to consider.
Very well. Ms. Reese, have you entered into a plea agreement with the state on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you plead to count 1, driving while suspended?
Guilty, Your Honor.
By pleading guilty, are you admitting the charge that you did drive while your license was suspended in Butler County, Kansas on November 23rd of 2022?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone making you enter this plea by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that with this plea, you're giving up your right to a trial? You will most likely be found guilty and unable to appeal that conviction.
Yes, Your Honor.
And knowing all of this, you still wish to waive your attorney. I'm sorry, not waive your attorney, but you still wish to enter this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And where were you doing this driving while your license was suspended on November 23rd? I know you said in Butler County, but do you remember what location in Butler County?
The Turnpike, Your Honor.
Kansas Turnpike inside of Butler County?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Regier, is that what your evidence would show?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, were this case proceed to trial on the issue of jurisdiction, the state's evidence would show that stop occurred on November 23rd of 2022, approximately 3 years prior to today's date, on I-35 at milepost 69. The state's information is that it is within Butler County boundaries between Towanda and El Dorado city limits.
All right. And that also is known as the Kansas Turnpike. Is that what you were in reference to, Ms. Reese?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I accept your plea as freely and voluntarily entered and find you guilty. Recommendations for sentencing, I will follow those. Your fine will be $100 and 108 court costs. I will waive your attorney fees based on what you told me previously about your work history. You will be given a 120-day jail sentence, but you will not have to serve that so long as you successfully complete a 6-month non-reporting probation. That means you do not see a probation officer, but you are on probation for 6 months from today. That probation has just a few conditions. Number 1, do not violate any laws for 6 months. Number 2, pay the amount owed, which is $208. How much time do you need to pay $208?
If I could get at least 3 months, I should have it be able to pay before then, but.
Okay. Condition number 2, you have to pay within 90 days.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honor, but I was just informed that I can pay that today.
All right. If you can pay that today, that leaves you with just one condition of probation, and that is to violate no laws. So I'm going to order that you pay it on your way out of the courthouse today by the close of business.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you do have I think you did post a cash bond that you can pay that out of if you have the right signatures, but you can take that up with the clerk as well.
Okay.
She has a surety bond. Her bondsman's there.
Oh, I thought she had a cash bond.
Her bondsman's present, Judge.
That's right. She did have a bond. Okay, well, I'll let you, the bondsman, and the clerk work out how you're going to pay it. As long as you pay it within 90 days, you're going to be good with your probation. But if you violate any more laws, or if you don't pay today or within 90 days, I'm going to leave it within 90 days, Mr. Regier. Pay it within 90 days, then you will not have to get your probation revoked and serve the 120 days. Anything else we need to adjust, Mr. Regier? You're welcome.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Patterson, Mr. Regier. Deputy Owens, thank you, Ms. Reese, for your time. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're all excused at this point. And in fact, Destiny, I think that's the end of the docket.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It is adjourned. Again, you're welcome. You're both welcome. Thank you. Adjourned.